Hello everyone, I'm Greg Otto with FedScoop TV, and I'm here at the Federal Forum today, and I'm talking with Anthony Robbins, the VP of Federal for Brocade. Anthony, thanks for joining us today.
Hey Greg, thanks for having me.
So talk to me about the changes and innovations that you're seeing in IT in 2015.
Well, there's a lot of things going on right now. What we're most focused on is the network.
Okay.
And so if you look at what's happening with cloud and security and big data problem, mobility, social, and like all of these things, add data center consolidation to that, are putting tremendous pressure on the network infrastructure of the federal government. One that was built 20 years ago.
Right.
So what we are trying to help our customers understand is that there's a new way to build out network architectures that make more sense for how the enterprise will run tomorrow. And that's what we've been trying to talk about today.
So that agency network modernization, what should the agencies be thinking about when it comes to the network and their ability to manage the network? How should they be moving forward?
Well, there's 5 or 6 things that we always go to. And,
okay.
and the recommendations that we make come from a study that we did and a white paper that we published, The Necessity of Network Modernization, where we discovered literally billions of dollars if the government will do 5 or 6 things. Some of them, and not in order, are move to multi-vendor networks. Get proprietary protocols out of the network and get yourself on a path to open standards.
Okay.
The next thing that you have to do is you have to bring software in. Software-defined networking or network functions virtualization will have a profound impact on the network of tomorrow. So we've got to get proprietary protocols out, open standards in, so we can bring in the software layer that will work across the network. All of those things will help bring faster rate of innovation to the network. Ultimately, the government will acquire network as a service, as they do with cloud services or software services. And so those are some of the things that our customers will do to save money, improve capability and capacity, as well as security.
So elaborate for me a little bit more on how the government can pull best practices from industry on some of those things that you said in relation to virtualization, servers, data center consolidation, and how that'll apply to the growing Internet of Things.
Well, that's a great, there's a lot in that.
There's a lot.
So there's a couple of things that happen. So if you look at what's happening in the commercial industry, a lot of times it can be a source of inspiration. It doesn't always apply because the DoD or civilian agencies are so different. However, in the case of AT&T,
okay,
the largest service provider in the United States, they have said they're going to virtualize with software 75% of their network over the next 5 years. That should be an indication to the government that they should figure out how to be a fast follower, right? So what is it that AT&T is doing relative to its networks to serve its customers that the DoD might also do relative to serve its warfighters or civilian agencies to support citizens?
So on top of the technology, where do you see the government having to change when it comes to planning, culture, or acquisition? Do you think that they can pull in some other best industry practices in order to keep up in that sense?
I do. FITARA stopped a little bit short of getting to kind of real acquisition reform.
Interesting. Okay.
But acquisition reform, is ultimately needed for the kind of reform that's going to bring in all commercial best practices and drive down costs as much. But absent of some of the acquisition reform, it's people and leadership. Leaders can force themselves to explore best practices, and when they find them, force their agencies to try to figure out how to adopt them. There's ways to do that. People matter.
Well, Anthony, thanks for taking some time out to talk with us today. I know this is a big subject and this is moving fast within the federal government, so I'm sure your hands will be tied to it for a while now.
We've been busy and it's been fun. Thank you.
For all of our videos, you can check out our YouTube channel, and for more information, you can visit FedScoop.com. I'm Greg Otto. Thanks for watching.